Hello again, I am Blunty. Now, those of you who have been watching me for a while now may remember these. They're called Rotolights, and they are battery-powered video lights, and they are extremely good. I mean, it looks like one of those round camping lantern kind of things, but I assure you, camping lanterns have nothing on these because these are produced by people who make them for video use. So all of the LEDs are high quality LED lights. They are color balanced correctly, so you're not going to have any white balance issues and all that kind of stuff. And there are lots of different reasons to, pay the extra money that these cost over using something cheap and nasty. And I went through that in the original review video, which you can find linked there in the YouTube cards thing, or on the screen, or down in the text, or whatever that comes with this video. But these are really nice. I quite like them a lot, not least of which because they come with a bunch of different filters. So you've got a little softening filter there to soften the light up. You can knock the light back down a bit. These don't have an adjustment knob on them like some video lights do, but they do come with these things, which you can knock the light intensity down a bit if you need to. And if you open the back here, you can see 3 AA batteries, and inside there are a bunch of other filters there for, a little darker one, a little lighter. That one's a little bit blue, so you can sort of cool the light down, or you've got a few different ones here to warm the light up a bit. And there's a special pink one there, specially designed for making flesh, the skin tones look really nice. I shouldn't say flesh tones. Skin tone sounds much more pleasant, doesn't it? But yeah, it comes with everything you need to do a proper job of getting your video lighting looking like, professional video lighting, and doing it at a at a cost that doesn't feel like you're paying professional prices, if you know what I mean, and I think you do. Well, I'm not going to re-review this. I'm talking about them now again because now they have an Australian distributor. Rotolight can be found on Australian shelves as of right now, as of a week or two ago actually, I think. But right now, my fellow Australians can actually get these in local stores and support local stores and all that sort of stuff. And it's fantastic to see these things on local shelves at last, because I really do like the Rotolight stuff. But today, for the sake of looking at Rotolight again, but without having to re-review this, I'm looking at this, which is the Rotolight Sound and Light Kit, which, as you can see, is a professional broadcast shotgun microphone and lighting kit for HDSLR videography. Well, it says HDSLR, but you can also use it on mirrorless cameras because, well, the microphone and lights don't care what they're attached to. But it comes with this as well, shotgun microphone, the Rotolight Rotomic. Now, Rotolight don't actually manufacture this gun, this microphone. It may look similar to some of the Chinese microphones that I've seen before on other websites, but the point is that they've branded it together with their lights because they've sort of made sure that this will work really well with their lights. So we've got a little pad on the front of the mount here to make sure the light doesn't bang against the plastic mount to make awful noises in your microphone. They've made sure it has really nice shock mounting here, so it's nice and strong enough to deal with the extra weight of the Rotolight on the front. And they've given you a microphone which has low-end roll-off, and you've got plus 10 decibel and minus 10 decibel adjustments there to cope with various cameras which use internal boosting may not be acceptable or may need a little extra boost. And something you don't see very often with microphones, they actually give you a dead cat windscreen. Well, I call it, I think Rode brand these dead cats. I've always called them dead cats, but the fluffy thing so you can use it outdoors in wind and breeze and stuff without getting that horrible microphone noise that sounds like this. So it helps with that. You don't normally get that with a microphone. You don't have to, spend extra to get those. So it's really nice to see that in the kit here. But it's all well and good me waffling on about it. So let's take this into the field and show you how the damn thing actually sounds. Alright, so now comes the part where we use a handy dandy known quantity point of comparison, and for this test I have, as you can see, chosen the Rode Videomic Go. It's inexpensive, it's ubiquitous, you can find them everywhere. Lots of people use Rode gear, we know exactly how they perform, and they are reliable and trustworthy, and this is precisely how it sounds. So let's switch over through the magic of editing with a nice little jump cut. Now you can hear for yourself how the Rotomic sounds. I'll describe the environment as I hear it. We've got little ducks over there squawking away, there's a leaf blower over there, there's a faint noise of traffic coming over the hill there, there's a plane in the sky I can hear, there's a little bit of splashing, there's a little bit of wind going around, a bit of a breeze, and it is raining lightly, which I don't think will be coming across on camera because it's a very fine rain, but that's the kind of noise we're dealing with here. And if this is a halfway decent boom mic, you should be hearing me loud and clear with most of that background noise being suppressed. And now back indoors in a more controlled, quiet environment. Now, normally, of course, I wouldn't mount the the thing in shot like this. This is just a visual assistance to let you know which microphone you're listening to, for the sake of, I mean, we're dealing with an audio-visual medium, so I kind of, it's very weird to frame a shot like this. It really is. And of course, back to where we started with the Rode Videomic Go, just to kind of bookend this comparative demonstration here. Actually, what I should do is one last comparative demonstration, and that is, of course, to do the demonstration one last time with just the on-the-board camera mics, which are clearly inferior to either shotgun-style microphone. Now then, the Rotolight Rotomic, I don't think it's as good as or better than the Rode Videomic Go, but it is certainly an acceptable shotgun microphone, certainly good enough as far as I'm concerned for most tasks that you would want a shotgun microphone for. And it has the added benefit, of course, being designed to work with the Rotolight, because I can slide it on there. It's got that little pad we talked about before to stop it rattling around and bumping too much into your shock mount. Nice strong shot mount on there, so it's you know, it carries it properly. Whereas, you know, this will fit on the front of the Rode Videomic Go, no problems about that. But the suspension really isn't designed to handle it that well, so you have to be kind of careful about that banging it out. You can hear that. So what we'll do now is I'll put this all together. We'll put this on the top of the camera where it usually belongs. We'll put this on it, and we'll relight my scene here to give you an idea of the quality of light coming off this thing. We've talked, like I said, we talked about these Rotolights before. I'm not going to do a full review of these. It's kind of the package deal we're talking about here, but you need to see it all together, don't you? Say yes. And there we go. That is the Rotolight Rotomic mounted on the camera with the Rotolight on the microphone itself. Now, the whole package like this is a little bit top heavy for light cameras like the mirrorless camera I'm using to record this on. So using it handheld, just freeform handheld, not a brilliant idea. Using it on a cage or something with some better support and grips, and that works fine. Or of course using it as a standing unit on a tripod or a monopod or something like that works much better, like I've got here. And as you can see, nice soft light there. We're not too many sort of dark shadows anyway, because it's pointing coming out, straight at my face, of course. But it doesn't look too harsh because I've got the little the filter discs in there. They've got that softening up the light a bit, and you should be getting, I don't know how well this comes through on camera, how well it works with my eyes, but you should be getting a nice round catch light in the eyes, which is always attractive. Works much better on much more attractive models than I on camera. You know, you get the pretty girls with the round catch lights in their eyes when they have big beautiful blue eyes and stuff blinking at you, and it looks wonderful. Not so much on my ugly mug, but you get the point. So let's kill this light. That is the existing lighting in the room. I've got a little side light over here, and of course my accent lights, which don't do anything over there, but boom. Lovely, smooth. I think the skin tone looks alright. I'm a bit sweaty. I don't wear makeup on camera or anything like that. You'll have to forgive me, but you know, it's nice, right? Yes, yes, yes. That probably sounds really awful doing the clicky thing while the thing is mounted on the microphone. I just realised that. But of course, you're not doing that while you're recording, so that's really not an issue. Alrighty then, so that is the Rotolight Sound and Light Kit. I quite like it. Like I've talked about before, I really like these lights. They're really nice. They're really solidly built and, you know, properly calibrated and everything. You've got the filters, so they work really well for video lights. You can mix them in with your existing lighting and not have any, you know, white balance problems or anything like that. The mic, not brilliant, but not horrible. It's pretty good. And yeah, I love that it comes with this, because like I said, you normally have to buy these damn things separately, which is why I don't own one, because I always forget to go and get one. But, you know, I don't shoot outdoors in the wind that often, but still, it's really nice to have that packed in. Now, in addition to the Rotolight Sound and Light Kit, I also snatched up, when I was talking to the local Rotolight distributor guys, some other stuff that Rotolight are doing at the moment, which, you know, wouldn't really fit in their own video, but it's worth looking at the end of this video. And these are the Rotolight Accessories. And again, much like the mic, I don't think these are actually manufactured by Rotolight themselves. They've you know, they're picking these up from somewhere else and slapping their brand on, but they have, you know, handpicked these to make sure they're of good quality. So let's look. First off, a little 360-degree ball swivel head thing with a hot shoe adapter on there. So you've got underneath the standard 1/4-20 mount. Always love seeing that on all accessories. It makes mounting much more flexible, but it's also got the hot shoe adapter in here as well, so you can pop that on the top of your camera if you want to mount your light or mic or you know, whatever you happen to be mounting on top of your camera, audio recorder, something like that, on a little ball head, which can make life much easier when it comes to sort of mounting up a kit, particularly in frames and cages and stuff like that. And it's a really nice little ball head. I mean, it's nothing special, it's just a basic little ball head, but it is very solid feeling, and you know, this feels really lovely and solid, and it grips really well and tightens down really well, and it just feels like a really well made ball head. I mean, it's a very simple little ball head, but you know, it's nice to have one that's really well made, and that's it. So these are my favorite things. These magic arms or articulated arm things, and these come in a few different packages from Rotolight. Some are just the basic arms, some come with a little clampy thing. I've got the two with clampy things here. Now these are practically the same, except one's a 10-inch one and one's a little 6-inch one. So let's open up the little guy first. So you've got this little guy here. I'm not sure what you call it, a hot shoe adapter, I guess. So you've got the ability to go in a hot shoe there. You've got a quarter 20 mount under there. You've got the quarter 20 mount in there. And if you unscrew this, you've got a quarter 20 male on there. And that gives you a whole range of really useful mounting options for mounting these magic arms wherever you need to mount them. But the magic arm itself, now these are really special. I love these things. Where's my other one? Oh, there it is. That's mine, my little PNC magic arm. I use that all the time. They are so handy. But the idea is you've got a little ball head mount on either end with a quarter 20 screw, so you can mount, you know, one onto your camera, one onto your tripod, one onto whatever you need it to mount it onto. Same with the other end. I use these for lights and mics all the time, and you can position your stuff wherever you need it to go. And these little ones are really nice for off the edge of a little camera cage or something. And then when you get everything positioned up exactly how you like it, you just screw it down and everything absolutely locks into place, and I cannot move these ball heads even if I wanted to. And that's really, I mean, these things are amazingly handy. And these Rotolight ones come with this little clamp here. So actually, let me lock that down. This little, I'm not sure even what you'd call it, just a clamp, I guess. I don't think it's got a proper name. So you can whack that on there on one end. And now you can attach this to a whole bunch of other surfaces. So I've used it on my table, for instance, to mount mics and lights and stuff, and even a camera directly to my bench top, so I don't have to step around floor stands and tripods and monopods and all that sort of stuff. Really handy for that. I've mounted this directly onto monopods and tripods and stuff when I'm in the field, when I need to sort of position a light over a subject or something like that. They're really awesome, and these things hold on like you wouldn't believe. And this little unscrewing arm is so much better than a little thumb screw. If you get into somewhere where that sort of hits the surface or something, you can actually pull that out, turn it around, and keep clamping. It's one of those, I'm not even sure what you call that kind of, but yeah, it's not ratcheting, I don't know, but brilliant. The 10-inch one is basically the same kind of beastie, but even longer. Now, I would recommend at least one of each of these, because sometimes you need the long one, sometimes you need the short one, and now having both. Before now, I only had, you know, this long one of mine, and it was a bit awkward at times. Since I got the short one, I've been just in love with it. I thought before, you know, oh, little tiny short ones, they can't be of much use. What point are they? But yeah, ever since I've been testing out these ones from Rotolight, I've been sold on them. I don't want to do with that little short one anymore. But yeah, same thing. You position all your stuff wherever you need it to be, and there we go. There we go. Absolutely locks it down. Nothing is going to move that. I mean, you can thump that into whatever you need. And, you know, a couple of turns of the little thumb screwy thing here, the wing nut, I suppose that is, and, you know, it's loosey-goosey, and you can position it to wherever you need the things to be. Absolutely essential in any camera kit. And as a matter of fact, I've used these all throughout this particular review. It's probably worth mentioning that that setup I just used to do those microphone tests, I was using one of the magic arms right there, clamped onto my little monopod there, because my monopod doesn't have any other mounting options for it, and sort of just mounted into position. Here, just for example, you can see how I've set up a shot of the accessories I haven't mentioned yet that also come with the Rotolight Sound and Light kit. The little baggie here, which is brilliant. You know, it's got strong Velcro to keep. Oh, it's so tough to do it one-handed, but you know, pockets inside for your accessories and bits and pieces, and your lights, of course. Special battery pouches around the front there for spare batteries for your lights, and a little pocket there for gizmos and gadgets and whatever you want to put in there. But a nice little carry bag for the whole lot. Extra shock mounts for the microphone shock mount, always handy. Don't leave home without those, because if you break your shock mount on the road somehow, you're SOL unless you've got these spares hanging around. So put those in one of those pockets, I suppose. And I love a little baggie for the microphone and the windsock thingy as well. And this whole shot has been set up with the Rotolight gear. If I pull back, I can show you. So I've got the Rotolight itself shining its glorious soft light on the scene, and it is mounted via the articulating arm, the long one over here, clamped to the edge of my desk here, very secure. That's not going anywhere. And even the camera itself, which I've set up the shot with, as you see there, clamped to the edge of my desk. And you know, while it is not as stable as a full-on tripod or monopod or anything, it is more than secure enough to hold that camera steady, unless you sort of poke at it, of course. But you know, you can mount the camera to the edge of your desk, get it away from this if you need a little extra space to get, you know, the field of view you need, and be able to reach around and over the camera nice and easy without a tripod or monopod getting in your way. It's a brilliant little solution for doing that. So I've made a complete hash of my table here. That's the Rotolight gear the articulated arm kit things. I think magic arm might be a trademark term, but everyone in the industry just calls them magic arms. Oh, they call it a super clamp. That clampy thing. It's brilliant. Where's my other? Oh, they're still in the box. There's the other super clamp, and that of course comes with the thing as well. Yeah, but these clamps are brilliant. I love these things as well. I'm going to use these all the time as well. And of course the sound and light kit. I'm not even going to try and arrange this stuff to make it look pretty, but that's the Rotolight gear I've been playing with over the last few weeks, and a thumbs up to every single last piece of it. So, thanks for watching. I am Blunty, and I will catch you next time. And this light is looking particularly blue at the moment because I'm using... This is what I was talking about before. This is when I need one of these filters in. Actually, let's do that now. I'll show you right now how we can get this light to match in properly with the lighting I've got. We'll do it live on camera. Do it live! Let's see there. I probably want... I think the lighter of those two should do just fine. We'll get rid of that. We'll keep the filter there. So I'll slap the front back on there. And look, we'll get these guys back in here. Sorry guys, I'm doing it live. Look, I'm showing you how quick and easy it is to match colors, to match your lighting colors. So there we go. See how that looks white now, even though we've got the orange in there? That's because the lights I'm using are using orange filters on them. Daylight filters, they call them. So that's how quick and easy. What'd that take? I don't know, 20 seconds, less, to match my lighting. It's brilliant. Brilliant. Told you. Love them. Thanks for watching. I am Blunty, and I will catch you next time.